Hi everyone. So in the last video I explained about the reducing property of carbon. Means when it gets converted to carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide, or even carbon monoxide is oxidized to carbon dioxide. So at what temperature uh, they will have high delta G, negative delta G values. Okay. Now we will see how this coke can reduce the oxides of copper. Okay, so copper can be extracted from low grade ores like copper oxide ores by reduction process also. Okay, but in your syllabus you have only the extraction of copper from copper pyrites, so we'll have a different method of extraction there. Okay, but even when you won't get the copper pyrites, we can extract copper from copper oxide ore, okay, which is having very low concentration of low composition of the copper. Okay, so copper oxide can be reduced uh, to copper with coke or carbon monoxide, because the formation of copper 1 oxide line is above all the lines of carbon forming carbon dioxide, or carbon monoxide forming carbon dioxide, or carbon forming carbon monoxide. So any one can become the reducing agent for the reduction of copper oxide to copper. I repeat, any one. So it may be coke, it may be carbon monoxide, which can reduce copper oxide to copper, because the negative delta G value for the formation of cuprous oxide from copper is less negative than the formation of carbon dioxide from coke, or formation of carbon dioxide from carbon monoxide, or formation of carbon monoxide from coke. So copper oxide gets reduced to copper by reducing agent coke. Okay. So when zinc oxide is formed from zinc and oxygen by consuming 1 mole of oxygen, this is the line we get, means delta G values becomes lesser and lesser negative as the temperature goes on increasing. So the reason is 1 mole of gaseous reactant is converting to 0 moles of gaseous product, means in the product there is no gas here. So delta G values goes on decreasing, delta S is in decreasing, so delta G values becomes lesser and lesser negative. Now how to choose a reducing agent, whether carbon monoxide or carbon is going to become a reducing agent here. Now we have to see. See, carbon monoxide line is somewhere here, so it is very near to the formation of zinc oxide. Even though it is below, it is very near, so it cannot become a reducing agent. Okay, so to become a reducing agent, it has to reach a very high temperature. But we can use coke as a reducing agent, because the lines for the formation of carbon monoxide from carbon, carbon dioxide from carbon are below the line of formation of zinc oxide from zinc. Means they are having less negative delta G values. Formation of zinc oxide from zinc is having less negative delta G values as compared to the formation of carbon monoxide from carbon, carbon dioxide from carbon. But at what temperature? See, at the up to this temperature it is below, but when it goes at higher temperature, see, so at nearly 1673 the difference is too much high. So above 1673 Kelvin only, coke can become a reducing agent for zinc oxide. So zinc sulfide is roasted, then it forms zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is mixed with the coke, and then it gets reduced to zinc. So in the process I will explain it here. But how to choose a reducing agent, that you have to remember. Okay, so we have chosen a reducing agent coke, and coke can reduce zinc oxide to zinc because the difference is more. Means this process is less spontaneous at higher temperature, but this process is more spontaneous at higher temperature. So as you go on increasing the temperature, at higher temperature this becomes unstable. Easily zinc oxide gets reduced to zinc. I repeat, zinc oxide gets reduced to zinc at higher temperature because it has negative delta, less negative delta G values as compared to the formation of carbon monoxide from carbon. So carbon can become a reducing agent for zinc oxide, and it converts zinc oxide to zinc. So in the process we will see this type of reaction, zinc oxide plus coke giving zinc plus carbon monoxide. Okay, so coke can convert into carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide, it depends. But what is important here, so we have chosen coke as a reducing agent for the reduction of zinc oxide to zinc. So at what temperature? At nearly 1673 Kelvin temperature. Okay, so in the schools you might have learnt about the extraction of iron from hematite ore. Okay, see this. So in the blast furnace we usually add coke, hematite ore and silica. Okay, so coke acts as a reducing agent, that you might have learnt. So today we will see how this coke can reduce the iron oxide to iron. Okay, so even though I added coke there, see here, see iron oxide. So Fe2O3 is hematite. So Fe2O3 line is above the carbon monoxide line at what temperature? See, above nearly 800 Kelvin. So above 800 Kelvin only hematite ore Fe2O3 gets reduced to iron from carbon monoxide. So not coke. Okay. So it gets reduced to iron by carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is a reducing agent for iron oxide. Now, if there is FeO, this also gets reduced to Fe from carbon monoxide only, but at lower temperature. So, below 1073 Kelvin, also carbon monoxide reduces FeO to Fe, but above this temperature, Fe2O3 gets reduced to Fe from carbon monoxide. Okay, but at all temperatures, coke can become the reducing agent for FeO and Fe2O3 in the blast furnace. So that's why you will see many reactions written in the blast furnace. So we can expect any reactions at different temperatures, but we will consider only few conversions in the blast furnace, saying that carbon monoxide acts as a reducing agent for the conversion of iron oxide to iron. Okay, if you see the graph, I think you'll have a clear picture here. Okay, so FeO gets reduced to Fe at lower temperatures, whereas Fe2O3 gets reduced to Fe at very higher temperature. But we'll consider only this reaction, FeO converting to Fe with carbon monoxide at lower temperature in the upper parts of the blast furnace. Okay, hope you understood this graph. Again we will take this graph when I go for the extraction of iron from hematite ore, because there are too many conversions in the process. Okay, so which reaction takes place at what temperature we will again discuss in the extraction of iron from the hematite ore. Thank you.